Good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel where today I will be doing my SPFL Week 9 predictions. Now obviously the international break is finally over and Scotland didn't do themselves too much glory, did they? Obviously 4-0 against Russia and then obviously 6-0 win against San Marino, but like I said, everyone beats San Marino. So there we go. So it's nothing to be impressive about. But John McGinn getting a hat-trick. Super John McGinn, of course. So yeah, you could kind of say that. So the last game week that I had, I didn't do very well. But I had I had two perfect scores, to be fair. So I had the last time around, I said Aberdeen to beat Hibs 2-0, finished 1-1. Hearts Kilmarnock, I went for a 1-1 draw, finished 1-0 to Killie. Motherwell to beat St Mirren 2-0, it finished 2-0 to Motherwell, so there we go. Ross County St Johnstone went for a 1-0 win to Ross County, it finished 2-2. Livingston Celtic, I'll be pleased to say that I got this wrong. I said 1-0 Celtic, it finished 2-0 to Livingston. Livingston's first victory over the champions at the 23rd attempt. So that was good to see as well. So that was good as well. And Rangers Hamilton, that finished 5-0 to Rangers. And I predicted 5-0 to Rangers. So that to get two perfect scores from that lot was pretty good. Obviously the others were wrong. But, you know, two perfect scores out of 6. It's not great, is it? So let's see how I will do this time, shall we? So the games we have at this for this weekend are as follows: Celtic against Ross County, Hamilton against Hibernian, Kilmarnock against Livingston, which has been classed as El Plastico. Yes, don't ask why. Probably because they both play on synthetic pitches, but there we go. Motherwell, Aberdeen, St Mirren against St Johnstone. That's a bit of a basement battle, that one. And then Sunday we have Hearts against Rangers, which I do believe is a 12:15 kickoff. So that is that's a very early kickoff, that one. So Celtic against Ross County is the first one. The last 5 between these sides have in fact lasted 4 wins to Celtic, 1 draw, and the last meeting was a 3-0 win to Celtic at Parkhead. So this is where this game is going. So Celtic obviously coming off the back of a 2-0 defeat against Livingston in the last game. Was probably one of those games where 11 against 11, probably Celtic were probably going to be, better than Livingston, but they did not play very well. Lyndon Dykes gave Julien and Christopher Ayer an absolute torrid time, it has to be said. And it has to be said that they were very, very poor on the day. Obviously, they'll be without Ryan Christie because he was sent off against Livingston. And if anyone hasn't seen that challenge, it's high above his ankle. And it's high on his knee, so Scott Robinson is very, very lucky he has not suffered a serious injury, and obviously Celtic will want to bounce back after that defeat. Neil Lennon was not a happy man, and you can quite clearly see why. Celtic were not very, very good against Livingston, so it's another thing to be saying that, but they were really poor, and Celtic are going to be wanting to definitely bounce back from that defeat. But obviously they don't have to play Livingston every week on a plastic pitch, so there we go. Ross County, obviously, coming off the back of a 2-2 with St Johnstone. They'll be disappointed, actually, that they drew 2-2. They should have probably won that game, in all honesty, but they didn't. And, obviously going away to Celtic Park, they're probably not expected to pick up anything in this game. I don't think they'll pick up anything. I think Celtic will bounce back. I'm going for a comfortable Celtic win by 3-0. Celtic 3, Ross County 0. Hamilton against Hibernian. And the last 5 between these two is quite surprising, this one. There's been one draw and there's been 4 wins to Hibs, and the last game was a 1-0 win to Hibs. But this was when a time when obviously Heckingbottom came in, and the bounce, the good feel factor was there at Hibs. How times have changed. It's not looking very, very good at this present moment in time. What can we say? I mean, obviously Hamilton, hard to say really. Obviously 5-0 defeat to Rangers. I don't think many people would have predicted them to get anything out of Ibrox, and that was the case for this week. They didn't get anything, so they weren't very, very good in that game. And then obviously they did give Rangers some goals, but Hamilton, they don't have to play the Old Firm every week, and that's one thing you can say for that one. So I think that's another thing you can say about that, is that Hamilton do not have to play the Old Firm every week. Hibernian, it's the most disappointing thing about their game against Aberdeen is that they were probably the better team for most of that game, and then they concede from a corner again, which is going to really irritate Paul Heckingbottom, because he's probably wanting them to probably defend the corner better, but it goes to Cosgrove, and you give Cosgrove that if you give Sam Cosgrove that amount of space in the box, then he's going to score a header. This is a really tricky game for Hibs, and Hamilton have had the better over Hibernian sort of in the past. Obviously Hibs have had 4 wins out of the last 5, so you would probably see go towards a Hibernian win. Unfortunately though, I'm going to go the opposite way. I think there will be a shock result here. I just think that Hibs are not playing very well. You don't know what Hibs is going to turn up. Hamilton are pretty decent at home. They've beaten Livingston. I think they drew with Killie as well. So, and they only lost 1-0 to Celtic as well. So they're very, very tricky to beat at New Douglas Park. I'm sorry, I'm calling it New Douglas Park. I do not care what anyone says, but to me, it's New Douglas Park. Whatever you want to call it, that is what it's called. It is called New Douglas Park. So that is what I'm calling it. I'm actually going to go for a Hamilton win, and I don't do that very often. But the way Hibs are playing, would not be too surprised if Hamilton get the win over Hibernian. I'm going for a 1-0 win to the Ackies in this one. So it'll be a very, very interesting game indeed. Now we come to El Plastico. I saw that on Twitter and I had to laugh. Honestly, it was just one of those things. Kilmarnock against Livingston. Now the last 5 between these two have resulted in 3 wins to Kilmarnock, a draw and 1 win to Livingston. And in fact, the last game at Rugby Park was a 2-0 win to Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock obviously are getting a win against Hearts the last time out. Obviously Chris Burke scoring a header, but it will probably go down as an own goal because it does go off the back of Mulroney. So that is probably an own goal, but Kilmarnock will take that. They played really, really well at Tynecastle, and they'll definitely be wanting to come back in front of their home fans. It's a good team to play because obviously their opponents, Livingston, away form is not great, but Kilmarnock are starting to do really, really well under Angelo Alessio. It has taken him time, but I do think he is now getting his ideas across now with Kilmarnock, and I think they are starting to be a much better side now, which is very, very good to see. So I think Kilmarnock are definitely that team that are definitely improving, and they are only going to get better before this season is out. And I think they will definitely be having aspirations for top 6, but whether they get it there or not is another matter. But it's good signs so far for Angelo Alessio, especially after the tough start that they had. He's starting to get his ideas across, and 7 clean sheets out of the last 9 games. That's very, very good as well. Coming up against Livingston side, who are still probably on cloud 9 after their fantastic win over Celtic. from start to finish. I mean, Gary Holt did have a big couple of decisions to make, and especially Mateusz Sarkic coming in as well. He was pretty good, I thought, and obviously Lyndon Dykes came back in as well. Not 100% fit, but he was a constant menace for the Celtic back four, and especially Christopher Ayer and Christopher Julian as well. So if Livingston can keep up that run, then to beat Celtic, it was very, very good. Now they go to Kilmarnock away from home. Their away form has not been great. It has to be said, but I don't know that international break's over. Obviously Kilmarnock had a few players out on international break. Not sure Livingston had many. So I'm going to go for another surprise result here. I'm actually thinking Livingston can actually go to Kilmarnock and actually pick up 3 points. I know their away form is not great, but I do think Livingston can go there and win. So I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Livingston here. Say I'm bonkers or not, but that's just me. I just think that I think Livingston will still be buoyed by that win against Celtic, and to a man, they were absolutely outstanding against Celtic. So they'll definitely need to be on their game for this one against Kilmarnock, and it'll be a very, very tricky game. But for me, I am going to say that Livingston will go to Rugby Park and pick up a win. I'm going for Kilmarnock 1, Livingston 2. Motherwell against Aberdeen. Now, the last 5 between these two have resulted in 2 wins to Motherwell, 3 wins to Aberdeen, and the last game, in fact, was a surprising 3-0 win to Motherwell. Motherwell, what can we say? Obviously, 2-0 winners over St Mirren last time out. They are looking really, really good, especially at the back. They're looking really, really defensively sound at the moment. And I think that they will probably continue their form into this. Aberdeen are just so irritating to watch. I mean, they're obviously going to be without Lewis Ferguson. They're obviously going to be without Curtis Main. So obviously Curtis Main will not be playing on his return to Fir Park. And obviously both of them got red cards against Hibernian. So that's another thing they'll definitely be wanting to be better. But unfortunately, they actually got sent off. So they'll obviously Curtis Main will be missing his return to Motherwell, and Aberdeen form is really patchy at this present moment in time. Because of that, I think there will be goals in this game. I think Motherwell are free scoring. I know they're starting to keep clean sheets as well, but at home, they do have a tendency to obviously go ahead and then obviously concede. I think this is going to be one of the games of the weekend, and I'm going to go for a very high scoreline in this one. I think there will be goals in this one. I'm going for Motherwell 4, Aberdeen 2. I expect Motherwell to win, but I do think it'll be a very, very good game. I think it'll be very, very open. I think both defences will need to be on their game. But for me, I think there will be goals. I'm going for a real barnstormer in this one. 6-goal thriller, in fact. Motherwell 4, Aberdeen 2. Now we've got a bit of a basement battle now next in St Mirren against St Johnstone. Now the last 5 between these two have resulted in 4 wins to St Johnstone and a draw. And in fact, the last game last season was a 1-1 draw between these two. St Mirren, had it not been for Vaclav Hladky, he would have probably been on the end of a drubbing. Motherwell were absolutely fantastic against St Mirren, but if it wasn't for Vladky, he was absolutely outstanding. About 3 or 4 top-class saves to keep St Mirren in that game. And this is the worrying thing, though. They cannot seem to score a goal, St Mirren. They're really, really lacking in goals this season. So that's another worry for me. St Johnstone, obviously coming off the back of a 2-2 with Ross County, and And honestly, it would be interesting to see what would be happening. They are due a win at some point. Funnily enough, because of St Mirren's lack of goals, I think St Johnstone can go to St Mirren, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting this game. But I'm going to go for a St Johnstone victory. I think St Johnstone can actually get the win, get their first win of the season, and put St Mirren in more and more danger. I'm going to go for a St Johnstone win by a goal to nil. St Mirren nil, St Johnstone 1. So these are the Saturday games. The Saturday games taken over. Now Sunday's game is Hearts against Rangers. Now the last 5 games between Hearts and Rangers, 5 wins to Rangers. So yeah, Hearts are due a win over Rangers, definitely. And the last meeting was a 3-1 win to Rangers. Hearts, same old problems. No wins in 13 at home. It's not good. Not good at all. Didn't look very good against Kilmarnock either. Yeah, it's not looking too good at the moment. And I don't think they will get anything here for against Rangers side, who are absolutely on fire right now, aren't they? Back-to-back 5-0 wins over Aberdeen and Hamilton. That was pretty impressive, it has to be said. Jermaine Defoe definitely is the one that is on form at this present moment in time. Alfredo Morelos, obviously, he will be coming back from international duty with Colombia. There's been probably more Rangers players that have been on international duty than Hearts players. So, but at this moment in time, I know the international break, I know it can determine whether a team can be, tired or anything like that. But unfortunately, it's going to be the same old story for Hearts. Cannot win at home, and I think Rangers will continue their impressive form recently. I'm going to go for Rangers to basically go back to the top of the table, and keep their 2-point lead. Obviously, Celtic will probably go top before they play Hearts on Sunday. Before Rangers play Hearts on Sunday, so I would expect Celtic to go back top for at least 24 hours against Ross County. So they'll probably go back top. But for me, I just fancy Rangers. Rangers are really on form. Don't be surprised Defoe scores again. Don't be surprised if Morelos scores again. It could get nasty. It could get best. I'm going to be kind to them, and I'm going to say a 3-0 win to Rangers. I just think I cannot see for the life of me how Hearts get a result in this game. I really can't. And unfortunately for me, Hearts are just in a dire need of getting results. So I don't see that happening. So yeah, Hearts 0, Rangers 3. So that is it. That is my Premier League, SPFL predictions match week 9. If anyone wants to have their say, then put your predictions in the comment section below. And this channel is getting very, very close to 100 subscribers. So if I can get that before the end of the weekend, that would be fantastic. But this channel is growing every day, as I've said. 100 subscribers, very, very close now. I think I'm at 91 at the moment, so getting very, very close. Thank you for all your continued support. It really does mean a lot to me. So I'll just quickly go over my predictions again. So I'm going for Celtic 3, Ross County 0, Hamilton 1, Hibernian 0, Kilmarnock 1, Livingston 2, Motherwell 4, Aberdeen 2, St Mirren 0, St Johnstone 1, and Hearts 0, Rangers 3. So that is my predictions. Let me know what yours are in the comment section below, and hit that subscribe button. As I've said, we're very, very close to 100 subscribers now. So keep hitting that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell for every upload that I get as well. So thank you very much for watching this video, and good luck to your teams. Hope they do well. Good luck to Livingston, Kilmarnock. Hopefully they get another win. And we'll see what happens this weekend. So enjoy the football, enjoy the weekend, and I'll be back very, very soon with some more content. Very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.